Hello, it's JJ Gradoni, owner and operator of Gradoni & Associates, private investigative firm. I'm on my way to our beautiful conference room. I thought today maybe we would talk about one of our capital murder cases that had a great twist to it. And this is our beautiful conference room, where we've conducted many interviews. During the 35 years we've been in business, we've been involved in hundreds of capital murder cases. Currently, we have 12 capital murder cases that we are working on. What is a capital murder case? A person gets charged with capital murder when someone dies during the commission of a crime. Penalty in the state of Texas is death or life without parole. Back in the day when we started, there was actually death and life with parole. It just started out. We had been appointed by the court to represent a lady that was charged with killing her husband for hire. What had happened was her husband was shot to death in his home, which apparently originally the police thought was a burglary gone bad. They had no suspects, and the case went cold. About 3 years after the murder, a young man was driving through Jersey Village and he got stopped for speeding. When the officer was writing a ticket, he said, "Hey, if I gave you some information on a murder, could I get out of this ticket?" The officer said, "Sure." They took him into the station and he explained how his brother had been involved in hiring someone to kill another person's husband. So, as the investigation continued, they then went and arrested his brother. His brother told them that our client, who was a waitress at a restaurant that was very close to the HPD station on Washington Avenue, had decided that since she had a $20,000 life insurance policy on her husband, she wanted to cash it in, because she wanted to get a boob job and a new washer. So she hired this busboy that worked at the restaurant to get her a hitman. And he did. He got some Italian guy to come into the house, wait for her husband to come home, shoot him, and leave. So now the broker has now identified our client as the one behind the scheme and the shooter. Well, the shooter was arrested in Huntsville, Alabama. And we thought we wanted to get out there really quick to interview him before he lawyered up. So I flew out to Huntsville and I was able to interview him. And he explained that they approached him and he thought, no problem, I'll kill the guy. And he was promised $10,000 of the $20,000. And he was going to definitely confess to the murder and implicate our client as the one who hired him. So we get back to town and I explained the sad news to our client, that everybody knew what was going on as far as the case went. I asked her what she did with the $20,000 and she said, "I got a boob job and I bought a new washer." And I said, "Well, did you ever pay the guys that were involved?" And she said, "No, I kept all the money. I figured, what are they going to do? They couldn't turn me in because they were involved." And I said, "You're right. They could have not turned you in, but obviously they have." And she eventually took a plea, and I believe it was for 40 years. So the moral of the story is, if you want to get a new boob job and a new washer, it's probably best to do it on credit. So, catch you next time when we have our next video.